Okay, so the last one we did was a beach scene. This one, we're going to go out in the outback. This is a scene from between Winton and Boulia. Beautiful open country with these jump ups and this fantastic scenery. I took this photo out there a few years ago. We're not doing the blue sky as in the photo because photos lie. I'm trying to rely on my memory of this place and to create an image I want to show you. So this time I'm going to use charcoal to give me roughly where it is. And it doesn't have to be too accurate. I'm just going to do up like so, across like so, down, and down here. And you'd notice I've put that off centre a bit, the top of the hill, because that's for the balance of the painting. And that's about all I need. Always use charcoal on canvas. You don't use pencil because pencil's graphite and graphite is a grease. So always use charcoal. You can always wipe it off if it's in the wrong place, whatever you like. So we're going to start with the sky again. And this time I'm still using some medium. And I'm going to use a pale white with some yellow ochre or raw sienna. It's actually a light yellow ochre. Special colour called light yellow ochre. And I'm going to put that at the horizon line. Or not the horizon line, above the hills. Because I'm going to work a bit of blue into it, but I don't want a bright blue sky. And like I say before, I'm going to mix all the colours on the painting. And I'm just going to paint this across, get done as fast as I can. Got to keep that light spatial feeling to it. Oops, it's a bit of paint from the painting before, but that won't matter. And we just put a bit of blue in there. We're using a bit of cerulean blue in it, and whatever it's called, I've forgotten. So a bit of cerulean blue across here. And blend that into your sky. And we'll warm that up with a little bit of red, deep matter. It's a touch of deep matter. Very strong colour, deep matter, so just need a little bit of it, just to warm everything up. One bit of stuff there. And blend that down to the that's giving me the sky I wanted. Now I'm going to put the darks in first because it's oil paint. We'll go the dark, the light, and we'll put the shadow up here in next, which has got some purple and some cerulean blue in it. Mix a little bit of deep matter. Make it a bit longer there, I think. Trouble with hairs today. Got a bit of shadow down here. Bit more medium to dry that off. Put the darks in first with oil paint. You can always go over it again and make them darker, but this is the way it's normally done. Now we're going to get those hills in the background. These hills at the back here, very pale in the distance. Bit of purple. That's all it requires, that side. And we've got some other hills. Bit of Mars red. See, by mixing the paint wet and wet, you get these soft edges because nothing in nature's got a hard edge. It's all. We know this hill's got another side to it, so it goes around. And we're using the light ochre, yellow ochre, and Mars red to give us this colour up here. We'll get this covered. As we come further forward, we darken the tone. Like we say, most important thing about oil painting is the tone. If you want to get the impression of something, you get the tone right. This is why you've got to use as big a brush as possible. You need to cover a lot of area, reasonably fast. And we're just continuing on getting this up here. I want to use a smaller brush now and get this top of this. I'm going to put a bit of cadmium yellow in there to go with it, to give it a bit of oomph. Just lighten that colour a bit there. And this is darker down this side here because it's in shadow. Put a blue and the red there to come down here because it might get the shadow down here. Now I'm going to fix up that shadow a bit there by putting a bit of, because it is red, it's the same colour, but all this is the absence of light. Shadow is only the absence of light. So I'm just putting a bit of different matter red amongst this. And I'll get my darks again, the purple and the blue mixed together. Bring it in. Bring it in. You can see how this paint mixes so beautifully together on the canvas. And the colours are all in there. And we just do these shadows in here now. This is where the land folds over. And come down here. Now we've got to get some highlights at the top up there. Bring out of brushes here. We could get some deep matter and some cad yellow together. A little touch of white. That'll give us a nice highlight colour for these edges. And if you're looking close, you can see all the little different blues in there and all the different colour in there. This is the light coming from the other side, just hitting the top of these. Cad yellow, deep matter, and a bit of white. We'll get this going out here. Bit bigger brush now. As the land becomes bigger, close further we get down, the brush becomes bigger. Righto, so we're down to here now. This land folds up this way now. So we can take our brush strokes the way the land goes. We have a nice bit of land coming in here, so we just put that around there like so. Down there. This one comes up here. I feel as though that's too dark there, even though it's like that in the picture, so I'm going to change that. Because I'm the artist, I can do what I like. I thought it was taking away from the top of the painting. Sometimes you have 6 brushes in your hands at once. So now we're going to put this land across here, which has got a bit of this is fine up here. This just gets a bit lighter as we go down here. And we have some scrubby bits of vegetation and mixed in this, so we just put a bit of blue amongst that. Cobalt blue and cerulean blue. I feel as though it needs a bit of light. A little light going through here. Just creates a little valley. And then we just do the foreground. I've got to mix a bit more paint out for that. Right, we've got some raw sienna. You see how the other colour shows through if you put the dark on first. And we've got this light hill in front of us here, so we'll just do the light hill with some deep madder and some raw sienna, a little bit of white. It's a matter of putting this foreground across. And I'd like to tie this edge in here a bit. Just put a bit of blue through there to bring that into there. So it's all part of one. This up here wants to be a bit darker. And a few more in there. And a highlight across here. And we're just about there, I think. So that's my impression of the road to Boulia, which is a fabulous. Not many people go on it. Tell you a story, we were camped on it. We got there at midday, set up our camp in our little camper. Didn't see another car all day. 9 o'clock at night, someone drove in. That was a bit scary. Turns out it was another camper who'd left late. Just want to put another highlight across there. See, by dragging the brush, you get all those lovely colours underneath coming through as well. Take the specks off and have a look. Yes, that'll do. That's my interpretation of the road to Boulia.